all set as they'll match up with the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hey, here we go, son. 57, Mike 57. I'm coming up to you. Red lady. 57 for Mike. Hey, echo.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. You know, the best game of quarterback Andy Dalton's career arguably came against these Jets. He threw 5 touchdown passes and a 49-9 shellacking of Gang Green back in 2013. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Watch the pass. Kill.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing, Dalton. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Dalton sets up play action. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On the right side, caught by Green. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
44. Here we go. Nice. Exit. Check. 53's Mike.
1st and 10 for Dalton. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Ed Oliver brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
6-0 our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Bravo! Here we go.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Darnold. He's going to loft one. Deep left. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again, Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jordan Evans, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He hits Herndon over the middle. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Mark 40, Mark 40. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Quick hitch, complete. It's Bell down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Again, Darnold. Oh, eluding the tackle. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Darnold toward the pylon, caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. To try again after the sack. Dalton, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 30 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Not just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's make these babies cry all the way, man.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Darnold now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, throw left side complete. That's Bell. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Darnold. That's complete to Meredith. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Airing one out for Crowder. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And Green with a catch left side. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Andy Dalton now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 78 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive...
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Henry Anderson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, 79 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch time. Tight end right. Alert.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Dalton going deep for Eifert. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andy Dalton with his third touchdown pass of the game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll give this to Bell running right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now he's got a new one. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 36, Darnold. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Here's Darnold. He sets to looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
53, check 53. Let's go, Gonna be a long day.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
57, Mike, 57. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, check.
Andy Dalton. And Eifert has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
53, check 53.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Dalton now to pass. Being chased out left. And able to find Green. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 8 A.J. Green with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing again on second down. Darnold trying to lay one up. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He was brought down by Brandon Copeland. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing. Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
70, Indy. Here we go, D. Here I go.
Off play action. Knight. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. On first down, they go option to the right. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah,
and he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown.
but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after now from Catanzaro.
Partner, remember that old film with Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. And Bryant's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they continue to keep pace for that.